Welcome to Lapis Moon Tarot. In this reading, we're going to channel messages from your angels. So these are the angels that perhaps have been guarding you since you were born, or you have called upon them to work with you, prayed that you would have protection and guidance. And so these are the angels that have been called forward to work with you. So my belief system is that angels do not have free will. So if you do want to work with angels, you need to make that intention clear. You need to call on them for their aid and assistance. And of course, everything is done under the grace of God and the power of God. However, angels are here to aid us humans in this life. So the best thing you can do is to call on them to aid you, to protect you, to help you through difficult moments, to bless your home, to bless and protect your family and your loved ones. So that's just my personal belief. But if you feel called to ascribe to that belief system as well, I would recommend highly to ask for angels for help. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from, and these 3 piles are very different than what I normally do. So I've actually pre-shuffled your oracle cards, and so this time around I'm actually showing you the oracle card along with a crystal to choose your pile. So pile number 1, the rosemary. Number 3, ancient memory came out. Beautiful, beautiful card. We have Sun and Mercury on top here, and it corresponds to the rose quartz. Pile number 2, we have 48 with Kappa Kappa community, and we have the moon and Pluto in this card. Beautiful. And it corresponds to the amethyst crystal. You know, I just noticed that this card has purple, which corresponds to this crystal, and this card has pink, and this one has the yellow that corresponds to this citrine. That worked out really beautifully. Okay, and so pile number 3, if you are drawn to Blue Lotus, number 5, intuition, we have sun and moon on this card. Also really lovely. And we have this citrine crystal for pile number 3. So take a moment, take a deep breath, and choose your pile. When you have selected your pile, the timestamp for your reading will be in the first comment below and in the description. I'll get started with pile number 1. Pile number 1, if you chose this beautiful rose quartz crystal, this will be your reading. Rosemary, ancient memory. So you might be someone who does ritual cleanses in your home. So you might burn sage, you might burn expand, you might burn rosemary for protection and guidance when you're doing your rituals to cleanse your space. You might also be drawn to Palo Santo as well, but this very much feels like ritual practice here. And you might have been trying to connect with your ancestors specifically. Now that might not resonate for everyone, but that's definitely what I see here. Of course, ancient memory could be your own memory as well, so your soul's memory before coming into earth. And I do believe that we do make soul connections on the other side of the veil before a soul is put into our body. And so that's why when you meet certain people, you feel like you've known them all along. You know, you feel a kinship with them. That's what soulmates and soul families are all about. So definitely feels like you're trying to find that connection or answers again, and you're trying very hard to remember. Number 3 is the number of communication as well. So I see that with Mercury, house number 3, ruled by Mercury, sun with enlightenment here. It's also, number 3 is planning and strategy. So to me, it feels like you're putting a plan together on how you're going to connect with your ancestors, how you're going to connect with your soul family. And this information is really important to you because it's part of your life path. It's part of what your soul came here to do. You could be a healer, which is why rosemary is coming up as well. Maybe you work with plants and herbs already. You might be drawn to witchcraft for healing, for working for light, herbology, things of that nature, natural medicine. And it was like a natural progression for you because when you started your spiritual journey, these herbs might have already been a part of your practice or your knowledge passed down mother to daughter, or father to son, whatever combination. And so this isn't new knowledge, but you're trying to tap in deeper. Why are you drawn to this? Why are you drawn to these modalities of healing? Let's read that one from the book. So, number 3, rosemary. In the upright, remembrance, ancient memory, multi-dimensional sight, recollection, commitment. Astrology rulers are Sun and Mercury, and the guidance says, ruled by both Mercury, the planet of the mind, and the Sun, the planet of representative of our base ego and superego, rosemary embodies this holy connection, the mind of the ego to the superego, the higher mind. This card signifies past feelings and emotions are resurfacing from deep within you, and you may find yourself remembering and accessing ancestral memories that reside within your DNA. Rosemary assists us in healing through multidimensional sight, reminding us to use the power of vision to see beyond the contracts of everyday life. Don't disassociate or get consumed by the veil that broadcasts emotional imbalance. Call upon rosemary as a guiding light to see beyond the veil of confusion and stay committed to the vision that moves you. That's really interesting. Yeah, I definitely see you trying to connect with your ancestors. Let's get some tarot around that. I feel it's for healing. Like you want to tap into your healing gifts in this life. And it's perhaps that the family you have around you right now has disconnected from this work. But now your ancestors are kind of awakening this in you specifically to recollect that it's time to bring this back out in your line, in your lineage. And you've kind of been chosen for this work. Okay, let's get you 5 cards. The Magician, beautiful. And so the card says, manifestation, focus, creativity, skill, turning visions into reality, inspiration, willpower, desire, resources, and ability. You have this gift inside you already. This is just you trying to tap into, expand it, to fully step into it, to fully understand it. We've got Mercury coming through again. Mercury might be very important to you. You might have it in your top 3 in your natal chart. This is lovely. You can absolutely bring this about for yourself. Look at that, 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, contentment, satisfaction, emotional richness, life abundance, success, achievements, recognition, and pleasure. You have Pisces on this card, water energy, and Jupiter coming to bless you. You know, with Mercury too, this is of the mind. This is knowledge. And your ancestors had a lot of knowledge when it came to healing with plants. I keep getting that herbology, botany, and those things might really help you connecting, maybe taking a course on, that subject matter, maybe any type of natural healing like Chinese medicine or naturopathy, something to do with natural modes of healing the body. You would be very gifted at. And it could be that this is the wish that you have. Maybe you're thinking of switching career paths, and this has been lit up in you for a very good reason. And it's absolutely within your reach. Oh, that fell on the floor. I'm going to go grab that. We've got the Page of Cups. Idealism, dreamer, sensitive, naivete, innocence, inner child, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibilities, head in the clouds, water energy coming through. To me, the Page of Cups is always about dreaming your big dreams and not being limited by what you think is possible or what society says is possible. It's a beautiful cup. I absolutely love this page. And to be a dreamer and an idealist in a world that a lot of times has a lot of negativity, energy pulling you down, it's a very bold move. It's a very courageous move to say, no, I still have hope for, for fulfillment. I still carry that dream, that passion, that fire within me. Got water coming through twice here. So, fourth card, we've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. Beautiful. A fair fight, peace after trouble, making amends, reconciliation, past resentments, regrets, remorse, cutting loose, resolution. We've got Aquarius, this is Venus, and fire energy. Oh, I'm so sorry, that's air energy, Swords card. So, reconciling all of the pieces within you. This is lovely. You've done some shadow work. It might be that you have cleared your emotional, spiritual body using herbs. They might be intuitive for you. Like you knew to burn rosemary, you knew to brew teas, you knew how to keep plants around your home, how to care for them. This was just very intuitive knowledge for you. And through doing this work, you've healed a lot of parts of yourself that might have been in conflict. Maybe it had to do with your life path, what you've chosen to do for a career, and reconciling that with something that fulfills you, that brings you joy, that brings you peace. Not just chasing the material world, maybe not just chasing what everyone else told you to do. Another page coming through here. Page of Wands, adventure, excitement, fresh ideas, cheerfulness, energetic, fearlessness, discovery, young spirit, limitless potential, and extrovert. Fire energy coming through now. I said that earlier, but I think I was just feeling that in you. This inspiration to pursue this passion is going to carry you very far. And I love that these are pages because this is new for you in this life. You are carrying on the legacy of your ancestral knowledge, but for you, it's fresh, it's new. It's not something you've done for your career. It's not something you've studied in the past. This is brand new. And so you're just a page, you've just started out. But look at all of this beautiful energy, having your wishes fulfilled, being expanded with Jupiter, magician, literally manifesting whatever you want into this life. That is the magnitude of this gift. And you are absolutely able to tap into this, grow it, step into it, practice it, make it your daily life, part of your daily rituals, your daily routines. You can, help yourself, help your family, help your loved ones, help others. You could become a teacher with this. You're just starting out. I'm just giving you all the possibilities. But if this is the confirmation you were looking for, that this change, perhaps in lifestyle and career, whether it's right for you, it is. It's not in your head. You're absolutely getting messages, maybe in dream state, perhaps just even a sense of knowing. It's like this, gosh, it's gonna sound so cheesy, but this veil has been lifted and you can see clearly that this was what you were meant to do. It's like the path ahead is clear. There's no more self-doubt, self-conflict, having almost this battle within you constantly. That's cleared up now. And you used this ancient wisdom. And so you saw it like for yourself. This was like major confirmation. This is so beautiful. I'm going to get you a little bit more oracle around that. This came out in the reverse. It's birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Came out in the reverse. So let's go see why that could be. And I'm not sure if those cards actually are taken in the reverse, so we'll see. Birthing. Okay. Yeah, there's no reverse, so I'm going to flip that back over. That's really lovely. I'll actually hold that up for you. You can kind of see she's almost creating a ritual of herself, standing on this beach with the rocks in circles. You know, it's giving me of as above, so below, pulling down divine energy, divine healing into the earth. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. You will. You have this boldness. You have this fire. Right now, we're in transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycles to fall away and the new to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and wastes that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnated at a significant period of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, Essenes, priestesses, witches, mystic healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from the times past. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. I have goosebumps. That's so powerful. I can see, I can see why there's no way for you to deny doing this work, to pursue it, to dive in, because the pull is so strong. This is what you came here to do. Now, in this, there is a work your light activation. So I'm just going to ask you to look at this card and I will tell you what the card says to say. Hold the card on your heart and say, I am open to surrendering to the creation that are waiting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me, please lead me, please show me the way. And as always, I always add for the highest and greatest good of myself and those involved, just for that added layer of protection, because you always want to make sure you're setting boundaries that are for your highest good and for the highest good of all involved. I've got the blade, number 6. This blade is very metaphorical to me, just like we were talking about bringing in that divine energy to earth. This blade is connecting heaven and earth together. You are poised right now. You are poised right now to bring in this energy, to fully be activated, to be fully immersed in the type of healing that you do, that your ancestors did, that calls to you, that it's your birthright. But that's what I'm seeing here. Imagine. Yeah. Let's get to one more. It's very much manifestation energy. If you can imagine it, you can pull it in. Time to go. Yeah, there's no more delays. It's where you are right now is not going to fulfill you. It is meant to be left behind. You're meant to cross this, threshold, cross this doorway, this portal into where you're meant to be, where you're going to be fulfilled. And you're pulling this portal, this knowledge, this inner knowing in through your manifestations. So if you don't have a ritual, absolutely sit at a quiet space in your home, make it your sacred space, cleanse it with herbs. Make sure that you are left alone during this period and just connect with your breath, connect with your guides, connect with your ancestors, your angels. I feel like that's why the heavens are coming up here, like in this picture, and then the blade bringing in heaven into earth, and then the imagine, you have the sky. It's definitely the upper world coming through here. So to me, it's your angels are asking you to do this work, and that they're telling you that your ancestors used to do this work on earth. that you're this chain, you're this legacy. This isn't new to your family lineage. You might, if you are in contact with your family, older members of your family, this might resonate really strongly. You might have a grandmother, a grandfather who's highly connected, who's highly spiritual. If not, you've heard of people in your family that just had this knowing, or always had a cure for something, always knew what to do when someone was feeling ill or poorly, just had a sixth sense about it. This is, in your DNA. And your angels, they're coming through where they're saying, like, this energy, it's absolutely, this knowledge, it's absolutely, available to you. And that's why I feel like the upper world keeps getting referenced. Like, call on us. Call us to assist you. Call us to guide you. You have it. You have the tools. Like this magician is like, you have everything you need to bring this in. It's that fire. Like, leave that old life behind and go after this new adventure, this new knowledge, this new path for yourself. It's your final message here. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't yet see the result. Yeah, absolutely. I'm itching to get you one more. You know what? We will. Maybe if there's a message from one of your ancestors, if they want to give you something specific. The ancestors that's coming the most towards you has something to tell you. Compassion. Kuan Yin, number 27. Be gentle with yourself. You are new at this. You're a page. That energy came through twice. So be gentle with yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself the compassion that you give others. You will get this. And look at that. She's burning something as well in her hands. What's interesting? Number 9's come through here. So you got 9 here, 9 there. 9 of Cups here. 9 3 times. 999 might be significant to you. Maybe even looking up the number 9. 9 is a fulfillment number. It's getting to the end of a journey. 10 is completion, but 9 is fulfillment. Your ancestor is definitely coming through to tell you that you will get a lot of fulfillment from this work. All of this pink is definitely heart chakra. I mean, you did choose the rose quartz, so working with rose quartz might be significant as well. Healing the heart chakra might be significant. Doing meditative work, doing perhaps listening to meditations on YouTube, maybe doing Reiki energy work. I see acupuncture as well. All this red too, this passion, this fire, luck and fortune. Your ancestor was very abundant, very well respected in their time. Their knowledge was very prized, very valued, and they saw themselves that way too, as a valuable member of their community, their family, their society. The healing that they brought, the wisdom that they brought, it was sought after, and it gave them a comfortable life, but that wasn't their main objective. You can see this in the card where, yes, she's fully adorned and so beautiful with this crown of gold, most likely wearing silk, definitely a comfortable life. But the fulfillment of the heart with all of this pink and this fire where she was fulfilling her passion, that's what gave her true abundance in her life. And I feel like this is the message for you as well, that this is what you can attain in this lifetime. but to be easy with yourself. Give yourself that compassion first. You're still learning. You're still on this path. You're still, on this journey. You're getting there. I hope this message resonated. If it did, give me a like, send me a message, and if you still feel inclined, you can subscribe to my channel for more readings like this. Group number 2, if you chose the Amethyst Crystal and this number 48 card, Kava Kava with Community, this will be your reading. So it came through with the Moon and Pluto, Death and Rebirth. It's really interesting because the Moon is about things that are under the surface. It's also feminine energy, connecting with intuition. So I can see why the Amethyst is here. This is all about third eye, about connecting to your abilities, your intuition, your inner knowing, your spirituality. See that purple here as well in the sky. This is really lovely, but it feels like to me, your angels are saying your path to spirituality needs community. You might be a little isolated right now. You might have gone into hermit mode. You might have had your spiritual awakening. And so, in order to do that, you've gone within and you've taken, time away from your circle of friends, or, your family, perhaps even, in order to gain wisdom, gain introspection, clarity. This is almost kind of calling it out to say, with the right people, with the right community, you don't need to isolate in order to gain wisdom and practice your spiritual practices. Like community, there's this synergy, there's this heightened potency in being around like-minded people. In this case, they have like a dance circle going on. There's drumming and there's a guitar playing. I see maybe a drumming circle for you would be very healthy, very spiritual almost. I like that the roots are all connected under as well, like this knowing that we're all interconnected, we're all part of one source, one soul. Butterfly is very transformative. So I do feel for many of you, you've gone through a spiritual awakening and you're emerging from this cocoon, a butterfly now, stepping into your more awakened, your more truer to your essence, really, kind of shedding all the things that weren't you. They were programming, they were imposed on you from society. And that could have been why you also isolated, because you needed to almost strip away everything that you were told, you were taught, you were made to believe. And you couldn't do that around people who were already still living in those patterns or programming. But there's a call here. We are social beings. We need community. We need to feel a part of a group, feel understood, feel seen. The right people, your soul tribe. It'll be very healing. It'll be very magical. It'll be very enlightening for you. Let's read that one from the book. Kava Kava community. Upright is celebration, kinship with tribe, community, friendship, union, finding your chosen family. Pluto and the moon coming through, and the guidance. Kava's energy moves through our nervous system like a butterfly, relaxing, widening, and assisting us in surrendering. Although you might be amid an important moment in your life, remember that you don't have to do it alone. When you widen your circle intentionally, you receive support from the universe and others to join you on the path. To fully draw upon Butterfly's medicine, it gently invites us to observe our position in the community in the moment. Are you a protector, a creator, connector, or visionary? And how does that correlate this moment in your life alongside your personal evolution? Egg, caterpillar, cocoon, or butterfly? Oftentimes, finding your purpose within your community and the parallels with your inner journey can provide great relief and meaning. Yeah, definitely saw that. You're on your way. You're on a path. You've had an awakening. And you've definitely isolated for this awakening. But intentionally widening your circle will help you more than isolating right now. I think that's what your main message from your angels are. Let's get you some tarot around that. We've got Princess of Cups in the reverse. So to me, the Princess of Cups, which corresponds to the Page of Cups, is a dreamer. It's an idealist, but in the reverse, feels a little hopeless. Like you've lost your, how do I put this? Your dreamy perspective on life, like anything is possible. And it could be that, I mean, dark nights of the soul, soul awakenings, spiritual awakenings, they're tough. They're no picnic. They are a reevaluation of how you live your life, what you believe, things that used to fulfill you no longer fulfill you. You feel lost, you feel disillusioned. And so I can see why the isolation, it might have been a really down period for you. You might have gone through depression as well. Seven of Cups, yeah, beautiful though. This energy it's hopeful. It's anything is possible. It's funny, I've never actually had this card pop up for me on this. This is the Mystic Mondays Tarot. This is a new deck for me. So, and this is really lovely. Let's take a look at this. So I feel, obviously this is possibilities. Anything is possible. Any doorway that you choose can have a beautiful outcome. However, sometimes there is negativity, right? You could go through bad experiences. You could go through uncertainty. And to not allow your, how do I put this, disheartened view of life at the moment to cloud over your judgment of when you're choosing a path, when you're choosing which way you want to go, what you want to do in life, even choosing your circle. Yes, it's possible that you could open a door and open it up to, fake friendships or people who don't understand you, who reject you, who hurt your feelings. But there's also the possibility of love here, of growth, of spirituality, visions of the future coming through here with this eye for me. And so I feel this is a call out. Don't make a choice while you're in this down energy. And perhaps in the past you used to make choices like that, to think that to get yourself out of the funk, you needed to go out, meet new people, attach yourself to new, people, let anyone in, basically, as a distraction, as a means to try to have them be your guides out of your funk. But I think you're growing out of that belief system. You're understanding that when you're in this energy, you're not going to attract people of a high vibration or people who are going to understand you necessarily. You're going to attract people at the same level. And ultimately, it's your responsibility for your own healing. Yes, you can have a circle of group or people to support you, love you, understand you. But it's, how do I put this gently? It's not anyone else's almost responsibility, but even ability to get you out of this funk. And so, yes, all these possibilities are still available to you, but it has nothing to do with what's behind each door. It all has to do with your own energy. What you're projecting out is what you're going to get on the other side of that door. That's ultimately what it's saying in this case. That these Seven of Cups, it's really just one cup, and behind that cup is like a revolving door, and what you're attracting is what you're putting out. So it doesn't matter if you think like, oh, I'm going to, the moon coming out here, I'm going to, wait it out, or find a person that's going to get me out of this funk, or whatever it might be. It won't matter, because as soon as you open the door in this energy, you're going to get exactly what you put out. And the moon here coming through to kind of almost confirm, it's like, what is hidden behind the surface? What is hidden below the surface? You can only see part of the glacier. The rest of it is underneath, the majority of it. That's the part that counts. That's the part that actually has the largest impact. It's all below the surface. You got to do that own digging, that own introspection work, that own spiritual work. Your moon coming through twice here. Maybe tapping into that feminine energy as well, of the intuition, of the inner wisdom. Why do you feel this way? Getting to the root cause. Why is your outlook on life like this? Why not be a dreamer? Why not think that anything's possible? Why not look for fulfillment? Why always feel like the cup is half empty? Is it life experiences? Is it conditioning? Is it childhood experiences? All of those things are below the surface. And it's up to you to go and dig deep. No one can do this work for you. Ace of Cups, beautiful. A new relationship, a new beginning. This is being handed to you by the universe because I believe you've started this work. We talked about that early on when we talked about Kava, where I said maybe you're too isolated right now and you need to move into community because you've been doing this hermit work, this introspective work. You're going to be rewarded with a true connection. It could be a friendship, could be a mentor, it could be a work relationship, it could be a soulmate, a romantic relationship, but it's something new, it's someone new. And the reason you're attracting this new person is because you are doing this introspection work and you're realizing now that all these cups, all these possibilities are really a reflection of your own energy, your own mindset, what you're putting out there. And you want to put out good. You want to get to the root cause, heal through the feelings, heal through the emotions, and come out on a healthy side. Not waiting for someone else to come and save the day. You're going to save yourself. You're going to do the work yourself. Because you've seen in the past where the cycle has hurt you, where when you were making decisions in this mindset, in this emotional state, you were not attracting the best people or the best situations to yourself. And you're learning the root cause of why you did that. And because you're progressing on this journey, on the spiritual journey, which we always are learning and progressing, the universe, God, your angels, are coming forward with this blessing, this new relationship. And Ace is, it's coming in from God. Get you one final card. The Sun. I love this. Beautiful. Happiness, abundance, victory, fulfillment, everything good. Every high energy you could ever expect or want. This is one of the best cards to get in all of tarot. Major arcana coming through. The Sun and the Moon. That's so interesting. It's like balance also between your masculine and feminine energies. This makes me feel like, you see how this Ace of Cups is in between here? You might be someone who identifies in your feminine, and this person coming in is masculine energy. So this is someone of the opposite gender. And it's definitely blessed because it's come in from God. This union, this meeting, it's not by chance. It's absolutely the time. And this could be how you build your community. It's the two of you together. You're looking, both of you, to create something like this where there's a community where you feel seen and understood, where there's support, where you're celebrated for your knowledge, all this wisdom that you've gained through going through what you have here. You might teach others how to go through a spiritual awakening because you've gone through it yourself. You might be an example and an inspiration to others. And this person is like pivotal. The two of you together Let's clarify that. I'm going to get you a different deck. Just going to get 3 cards on clarifying the moon, the Ace of Cups, and the Sun coming through in a row here. Yeah, 6 of Wands, recognition. Said that. This is about this knowledge that you have, and it could be that you're expressing it, not necessarily as a teacher. You could be someone who transmutes this energy, this knowledge into art. Maybe you write a book on it, maybe you sing about it, maybe you create some type of art form on it, maybe you speak to others on it, maybe you become, a knowledgeable speaker on the topic of spirituality, on the topic of transmutation. Look at that, the High Priestess, beautiful. And you get recognized for it. High Priestess, tapping into that intuition. This is feminine energy. This is feminine energy in the spiritual realm. All the downloads coming through her crown chakra. Her third eye is lit. Maybe doing spiritual energy work. Maybe doing meditations on the crown and the third eye to aid you in that introspection work. Definitely feeling you're very tapped into your feminine energy. Look at that. The moon in the reverse this time. Things coming up to the surface. Revelations. Information, truths coming up to you. Wow. It's like light is being shed on who you are under that surface. The more you dig deep, the more you do that work, the more you tap in within, you're going to be celebrated and so successful for it. Now, this is now starting to look like a victory card with the sun here, illuminating, shedding light on what was in murky, dark waters before, and it all rising up to the top. That's so interesting. Okay, let's get you a little bit more. What is this work? Group number 2. We have 2 that flipped over, so we'll take them both. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Beautiful card. And protection. Call back your power. Cut the cord. Soul retrieval. That's what I was feeling with in the past. You've had relationships that drained you, that pulled on you. When you were attracting them from a lower vibration, you were attracting people that could have been energy vampires. They could have been just not very nice people. Let's put it that way. See how the moon here in this picture, it's completely overshadowed. It's like darkened. It's like your energy. They saw this light. They saw this possibility within you. They saw what you can create in this life, this gift that you have, this light that you have, and they wanted it for themselves. And they tried to overshadow you and absolutely do this work, calling back your energy, calling back your power. Let's read you that one. I feel like that would be the most helpful. Okay, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. You are being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events, so it is important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power, so it is important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. Can you think of traumatic events, relationships, or soul memories that you are being called to call back your power from? Check into your body now and see which chakra feels like it needs a bit of energetic cleanup. Work your light activation. Hold the card on the chakra so you can visualize this. Now hold the card up here for you and I'll read the activation. I call back any lost soul fragments, power or light now. Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from the past or present, from this life or others that are not in the highest good of all, I relinquish now. Any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly given away or had taken from me, I call back now. Any cords or attachments from this life or others, I release now for the highest good of all. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. I'll hold that up if you wanted to take a screenshot, and you can absolutely visualize this anytime you want, every evening really, to keep your energy clear. That is so This could be the type of work that you teach others, that you speak about, that you transmute. This transformation definitely feels like transmutation to me. This is what you're learning to do. And you're absolutely going to attract a community that's going to support you, that's going to grow this with you. You're going to help people with this knowledge that you're digging up within yourself, this ability to transmute. Now, transformation came up twice here too with this butterfly. Like this is, this queen on her throne. This is the power that you exude. This is the light that you shine. Look at the sun behind her as well. This is who you are. And when others saw this light, they wanted it for themselves. And it could have been when you were even younger and you didn't really realize this about yourself. You didn't know how to protect yourself energetically, or you didn't have, let's say, adults around you that recognized what others were doing, that you might have been a more sensitive child and didn't have the tools to teach you how to protect your energy. We have to the sea in the reverse, number 7. This feels like going within to me. And number 6, wow, 6 and 7 coming consecutively, not for you. Interesting. I'll hold these both up here. It's like a game that the people around you were playing, feels very manipulative. And you're coming in here with this like fortune cookie and saying, no thanks. I'm stepping off this chessboard. This is not for me. I'm not going to play games. I want real authentic friendships. I want real authentic relationships. I'm not going to be manipulated like a chess piece on a board. That might be very empowering for you. And then to the sea, yeah, it's like, to me, this would be travel, exploring new things. Again, that water energy coming through. But in the reverse like this, to me, it feels like going within, unearthing what you have within you. You don't need to go anywhere for that. 7, spiritual work. Let me take a look at the book to see if there's any other. Oh, to the sea in the reverse, the protection message. When external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there is no hidden message for you to decipher. Like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. There is no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to flow even when the tide is going out. Relax and trust the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. An ancient mariner's saying applies to you now. When fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair their nets. Yes. It's time for that inner work right now. It's time for that inner healing, calling that power back, protecting yourself, transforming into that butterfly so you can attract this community to you. This is really lovely energy. Let's get you one final message here. Get you. I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. Again, all this pink coming through, healing the heart chakra. I feel like connections between people. Oh, these look like angel wings, actually. Look at that. It's so lovely. I feel like connections with people have been difficult for you in the past. And isolation was kind of like a protection method for you, a coping mechanism. But you can absolutely have beautiful relationships, fulfilling relationships with others. I see this new relationship coming in for you that's going to bring you so much joy, so much happiness. So don't be in fear of it. When it's reciprocal, use your discernment. You have beautiful intuition gifts. You can know within yourself whether someone is authentic with you, is being real with you. You don't have to do this, like, what do they call that? Um, like take a shot in the dark with this like revolving door of choices. You can feel which choice is correct for you. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthened my faith in the love of the universe. That's really lovely. This almost feels like, again, having a space to yourself for quiet, to contemplate, to call back your energy. Maybe something you do every evening. Ritual baths might be very healing as well for you, a salt bath with all this water coming through in the moon cards and this to the sea. Looking at ways to do cord cutting. That might be something that you want to look into. Making that part of your nightly ritual to call back your energy so you can use that energy for yourself. That's what your soul came here to do. You're not here to just give to all others and feel depleted, especially if others have mistreated you. Not for you, right? It's like these two cards feel very connected to me. You're not going to play games. You're not going to be on a chessboard. You're not somebody's pawn. It's just a no. We're going introspective right now. We're doing the healing. And when we emerge, we are going to be this force to be reckoned with. This is lovely. I hope this has resonated. If it has, send me a like, send me a comment, and if you so feel inclined, you can subscribe to my channel for more readings like this. Group number 3, if you picked this citrine, this will be your reading. So you have Blue Lotus with intuition, sun and moon coming through here. So it feels like a balance between the feminine and masculine energies, spirituality and the outer world. This feels very, very like temperance, like very in balance. Having strength in both worlds, the intuition, the inner knowing, the introspection, and then the action, the, going after it, the fire, the bravery to go and chase those dreams or chase those inclinations when you have those intuitive hits. This is really lovely. You might have a really strong third eye with this intuition already in your feminine energy. But the sun here, you don't have any problems being bold, going chasing after your dreams either. It's very lovely, very balanced. A lot of water coming through here. You might cleanse with water, might work with water. You love being near water, maybe the beach. I feel like the message from your angel is to trust the intuition, to trust your own inner knowing that when you have a hit, that it is right, that you are right about people, situations, apply it as you may. This feels like it's about a person. And your angel is trying to guide you, saying that you're right. That you can trust how you have this inner knowing about this person. That you can trust that. To not to doubt yourself, not to keep ruminating about it in your mind or looking for confirmations, like and you're right. That's interesting. Let's go read that from the book. I don't know why I'm getting that about a person, but it just feels like someone has entered your life and you're getting intuitive hits about them. In the upright, intuitive knowing, unearthing the subconscious, meeting the guardians of mystery, dream work initiation. The rulers are the sun and the moon, and the guidance says, the blue lotus is a direct doorway, a mediator into the world of the gods. The perfected balance that is bestowed us assists us in bringing and refining the divine connection between the heart and the brain. Blue Lotus today is assisting you in widening the portals of your intuitive powers, granting you access to the realms of the inner knowledge held within the great mystery. Remember, the lotus rises from the depths of the muddy waters, untouched and impeccable, to blossom into majestic beauty. Don't allow the muddy waters of the blossoming process to suppress your intuition and belief in yourself. Trust the process and believe in the mystery. Listen deeply to the guardians of the mystery as you unfold from darkness. That's lovely. Yeah, I feel like it's about trust in your case. Your intuition is telling you to trust yourself. Sorry, your angel is telling you to trust yourself. And I'm not sure what's shaken that trust in the past before, or is it because this person, they make you feel very deeply, and you're fearful that your emotions about them are also clouding your judgment or your intuition. And you normally don't have this issue with others, but this person feels very, very important to you. Let's get you 5 cards and get some clarity on that. Yeah, the Emperor in the reverse, doubting yourself, not trusting your own ability, not being bold, not going after it. The Emperor is masculine energy. It's divine masculine energy in this material world. And it doesn't matter if you identify as a man or a woman, but it's like not trusting your own strength, your own ability, your own intellect. To me, it also talks about lacking discipline. So maybe there's this ritual that you do, meditation, prayer, something, and you've kind of abandoned that or don't have time for it anymore, or something like that. And that lack of, I don't want to say discipline because that sounds so harsh, but let's say that inability to do this time and space for yourself could be the root cause of why your intuition doesn't feel as strong as it used to. You're not devoting the type of time you used to towards your practice. That's two. I'm going to just take one at a time. And again, two. I'm going to take one at a time. And again, it could be that because this person is taking up a lot of your time too, right? Yeah, out of balance. Justice in the reverse. Now, this also talks about, being fair and reciprocal. But to me, it's calling out balance. Because this is being in balance. This is sun and moon together. Two major arcana back to back here as well. They've kind of thrown you off your center, off your game. Ace of Swords. That's lovely. A new idea. Insight. It could be this reading bringing you insight into the situation as to why you don't trust your intuition or why things have felt murky lately. It could be because this lack of time you have for yourself or what you used to do, or it could be that that ritual isn't as potent as it used to be because the circumstances of your life have changed. When COVID hit and everyone was in this like anxious mode, and if you went out in public and if you were a sensitive person, like what you used to do before when you come home, if let's say, like in my case, I used to take a lot of showers to cleanse, salt baths, that wasn't enough. Like it was just this low hum of anxiety in the world, and it really affected those who were sensitive. And it could be that you're just going through something that's a little bit more heavy in your life and your circumstance right now, where what you normally did isn't quite cutting it anymore. And so this is maybe like a call out to look at different things that you can do, maybe working with crystals. Citrine is for the sacral chakra. So it's about creativity, it's about having fire, boldness, courage. Maybe working with your sacral chakra is important. 2 cards, I'm going to keep going. I'll take 1 card at a time. Ace of Wands. Wow, 2 aces back to back. Fire, we're just talking about that. Fire energy. Being bold, going after it, having courage. Something passionate, like lit up in you. Something new. New idea, new passion. This is coming in from the divine. So it could be that your angel is telling you, like, while you're out of this balance, you're not getting the type of intuitive hits, downloads, knowing ideas that you used to. And it could be that's why you're doubting yourself, but it has nothing to do with the intuition not coming in. It has to do with you not being able to receive it because of the state that you're in. Being out of balance, feeling disempowered. kind of out of control. Let's do one final card here. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, losing hope. You know, this is usually a wish fulfillment for someone who's so hopeful. But, okay, here's what I'm going to say. I think you're someone who's always been very spiritually in tuned, and you kind of always knew when things were right for you, when people were right for you, situations were right for you. And whatever's happening in your life right now, it could have been, I got a relationship earlier, it could have been the end of that relationship, or it's a relationship where you don't know where you stand. And it's really thrown you off your kilter. Like it's just shaking you up because you can't get a read on this person. And so that's never happened to you before, and it's really like shaking you. Your trust in yourself, your belief in yourself. And I feel that's blocking you from your ideas, your blessings, all the things that are supposed to be wish fulfillments for you. Because this is coming out of her heart. You know, it's fulfillment, it's cup energy, it's water energy, it's emotional. But when you feel out of balance, when you feel out of control, when you don't have the hope that you used to, it's almost like asking you to, how do I put this? Like flex that intuition muscle more because you kind of got complacent. It came easily, perhaps. It was just something natural that you always had, but you never had to use it in situations where it was murky, where things weren't clear, where you had to read another person, perhaps, or that you had lots of feelings, like deep feelings for. Perhaps it's you know, there's situations out of your control in your life, and so it's kind of like training you to use your intuition under duress almost. It's like flexing that muscle. Because I absolutely see new ideas, new passions. Everything's coming your way. You're just blocked from it. And this has never happened to you before, and it's kind of unsettling. Actually, I'm going to get a different. Let's get you this one first. Get some more clarity. Orphan, number 5. 5-5. How could be significance in the throes of change? Read that one from the book. Get you one more. Thinker, number 44. 4455. You might be someone that sees recurring numbers. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you're so intuitive. You probably get a lot of hits, messages. Let's read number 5. What's going on? Orphaned. The essential meaning, a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. The oracle's message. We were all meant to have connections with other people within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when being a part of, rather than separate from, is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is you need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way that you did before and need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. Yeah, okay. That makes sense to me now. I thought it could be still with a relationship that's ending, that you're not sure how to fix perhaps or mend, or you're seeing in a true light now where it wasn't balanced, where it wasn't reciprocal. You gave your power away in this relationship, and it made you doubt your intuitive abilities. It made you doubt your inner wisdom. And think you're here, you know, literally means what it means, is that you're all in your head, and it's the self-doubt, the ruminating thoughts, the intrusive thoughts, they're kind of ruminating in your head, and they're blocking your blessings. They're blocking your ideas. They're blocking your passions. It almost feels like you need to have like a purge, a cleansing, salt bath, whatever it might be. However you clear your energy of this person, of this group or situation that has drained you, that has left you out in the cold, that you haven't perhaps even outgrown. And it's difficult because this could have been a person, a friend, a relationship that you went through many experiences with, that you grew up with, that you've known for a long time. And so those relationships are really difficult to leave behind. But if you're seeing how draining or damaging they were, and these people are not taking accountability for their actions, how they drained you of your power, overstepped your boundaries, not accepting your new boundaries that you're placing around yourself. I mean, that tells you everything, right, about that situation. And I'm not saying it's easy. This is a difficult thing to go through, but I feel it, your angel's coming here to tell you that it has nothing to do with you and your abilities. You're in a difficult situation. That's what's blocking. Your viewpoint has changed. You're no longer this hopeful, looking for fulfillment, looking for joy and love and all of those positive energies, all those positive emotions that are high vibrational. You've kind of flipped that, and that's what's blocking your intuitive hits. And it's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel your feelings. No one is saying not to. Take all the time you need to process. But it never diminishes your intuition. It's just dulled right now. And it could be, again, that lesson that has to be learned about how to still tap in, even in difficult situations, to trust your intuition in difficult situations when it's telling you that, yeah, door to romance in the reverse. It's closed. That, this chapter has come to an end. 33. Wow. 334455. I'm okay. Maybe looking into those sequential numbers to see what they mean. Really interesting. Door to spirit. Yes. Yes. This door has closed, but look at the beautiful door that has opened. Door to spirit. Your own intuition, your own spiritual practice. You might have had a spiritual awakening. This is talking to me about calling onto your angels, calling onto your guides, stepping through this door to what really fulfills you, emboldens you. What is your true passion? What did your soul come here to do? When you're on this path, you naturally will attract the right people to you. I'm not saying you're not going to have any more hard lessons, but when you're living in your truth, you're attracting people at your own level. You don't have time for the fakeness, the masks. And because you're so intuitive, you're going to read through people very quickly if they've got masks up. If they're trying to play games with you, they're not going to be fair, just, reciprocal in their relationships with you. To step into this energy, that's really lovely. Let's get you one final parting message. 3233. Is this for real? I've never seen so many sequential numbers come out before. And I shuffle my cards very well. Wow, okay. Got 2 cards that have come out. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Yes. This 9 of Cups. Look at all this pink, this heart energy. I feel it like it's like this heavy energy all around you. You're this light. And it's just, it's bearing down on you. Healing the heart chakra. Doing things that you love again to feel good. What brings you joy? It could be like simple things. I'm going to pull you some cards on that actually. Let's just say, I know I said last message, but I gotta know. I gotta do that. Okay, I thought of another deck for you. I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become a reality. Yes, this is tapping into your creativity, into the sacral chakra. Maybe working with citrine, all this yellow here. That sacral chakra is really important in manifesting, in stepping into your power and having that boldness, that fire again. Absolutely take the time to heal your heart. But don't forget who you are, how powerful you are. This is the self-help, I believe, the self-care oracle. I'm just thinking of ways to support you through this healing. through this heavy energy. Got two cards have come out here. We've got music and we've got connect with fire. This feels like a drumming circle. Look at the hair. It's like this, almost the same image here. Okay, let's read that one. And connect with fire here, to me, that is definitely connecting with the like-minded people, like-minded community. You know, in this picture, you're seeing a bonfire. They could be sharing stories, you know, sharing spiritual practice together around fire. This could be lighting candles for yourself, setting intentions to them, writing something in the candle wax and letting it burn. You could write out these negative feelings that you don't want to feel anymore, or connections, or whatever they might be. All of the things that you want to release, burning that could be very helpful as well. I'm going to get you the book on the Sacred Self-Care, and that was number 37 with music. Just because the hair here feels very connected, I feel like I need to read you something in this book that might really connect. My heart sings the song of truth. Choose music that resonates with you and holds a positive vibration. Allow the rhythms, melodies, and lyrics to shift you towards your desired moods with ease and grace. Let the music move you, inspire you, and be a way for you to do the same for others. Share a motivating, uplifting song that you like with friends, or play music that invigorates you and your team while you work. Whether you are always wanted to get up on stage for karaoke, start a band, or finally write down those lyrics floating around in your head, there's a song inside you that's waiting to come out. There can be many expectations built up around expressing yourself through music, but don't let them hold you back from having fun or sharing your unique voice and message. Attend a concert or festival, make a playlist with just the right vibe, take up an instrument, or join a singing circle. Just look for more ways to bring music into your life. Open your mind and your ears. The music will move you in just the right direction. Journal prompt: what do you think your choice in music says about you? Now what I see here, with these two cards side by side, I see a drumming circle around a bonfire. It's like you need that community feel with like-minded people to get you out of this funk or connection, and to make new connections, to make new relationships, a sisterhood bond, a brotherhood bond, you know, not, they could be platonic, is what I mean. It's not another relationship to jump into, but a support system, a true friendship, a true network of people who are also spiritually gifted, or inclined towards spirituality, who have the same values as you. That might be very healing through this time. I hope this has helped. If it has, send me a like, send me a comment, and if you still feel inclined, you can subscribe to my channel for more readings like this.